Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Slams into the pile, he'll get one. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Tulane!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Working that left side now. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
They'll throw it on first down. The short hands, it's McClure.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Looking to scramble. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. He's got the tight end. Hits him with a stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, the problem about taking shots against cover 3 is that the corner playing on the outside already has a big cushion against the wide receiver, and he's got his eyes on him, so he can see the football thrown. You've got to be pinpoint accurate. If you're not, it could be an interception, and that's what happened right there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Can anyone catch him? And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On second down, wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The give to Davis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
That's caught. It's McClure. Touchdown, Green Wave! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They're going to run it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quick pass on the fly motion. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Motion from the offense. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. That is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Finding an escape route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Firing to the right, complete. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Got it set up on the outside. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Get set. Run it with the fullback. Touchdown, Tulane. And the route is on.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And here's the return. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
And and sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On third down, going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch.
Touchdown, Green Wave! And the punishment has been extended. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 35. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
3 ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays. This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Got his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to scramble. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Trying to get the corner. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UCLA. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Running with power. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their...
Touchdown, Tulane! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing.
Oh, look out! And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, and that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. On the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll ride Davis here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Dances away to buy time. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to...
Lofts one high and deep. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Looking for a productive play on first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Comes out throwing on first down. Coming after it. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been